everyone. It's great to be here with all of you. My name is Sánchez, and I have the honor of representing California's 38th Congressional District and serving as the chairwoman of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. We are a diverse caucus, and we bring an important perspective to the decisions that shape the future of our country. We embody the promise of the American dream, that you can achieve success in our great country if you are willing to work hard enough for it. The Hispanic Caucus is made up of 26 talented members who are veterans, attorneys, business owners, doctors, and engineers, just to name a few. Our caucus is growing, and this November, we have the opportunity to elect outstanding Hispanic candidates from across the country. And with Loretta Sánchez and Catherine Cortez Masto, we will elect a Latina to the U.S. Senate. I'm proud of the Hispanic Caucus and the work that we do every day to make our country stronger. Take a look.
What inspired me really to run for Congress is the situation along the border in California. We have a lot of very good people, but there's a lot of needs. And so I wanted to run and make a difference.
When I worked as a 911 dispatcher for LAPD, it pushed me into a life of politics that I never thought that I would ever be a part of.
My member of Congress, a Republican and 18-year incumbent, wouldn't meet with me on an education issue. So I went home and I said to my family, I'm going to run for Congress. And I ran and we won.
I use this opportunity all the time to try to bring unity as much as I can in the committees that I serve on and in the Congress of the United States, which these days means bringing unity to the whole country.
I ran for Congress because I think it's important that Congress look like America, and I'm part of the 52 million Latinos in the United States and proud to be a member of Congress.
It's important because we bring the flavor of Latinos to the Congress, and that makes a difference in having them recognize that we too need a seat at the table.
I have a responsibility to everybody, but certainly also for those people that are Latinos, to make sure that we are not invisible, that people take us into account too. It's very important that we come together, but at the same time, it's very important not to forget anybody, including Latinos and Latinas.
Being a Latina member really is about representing your community, making sure that your community has a voice. It's about exhibiting leadership and showing young Latina women that anything that they dream of is possible.
Millions and millions of people still live in the shadows. What's at stake in November is that we have to solve our immigration system. We have to make sure it works fairly for everyone. We have to ensure that there's a path to legalization.
This November's election is very important for our community. We have a lot at stake, and by being active and getting others to be active, we can make sure that our voice is heard.
Make sure that you get out and vote. Take your family out to vote, take your friends out to vote. Be the voice like I am for those who do not have one.
Our worst nightmare in this election cycle is to see low voter turnout. And as Latinos, we should be proud of the fact that many of our people have fought hard and given their lives for the right to vote. We should take it seriously, and let's get out there and vote.
I know how much she cares. I know she understands that in America, when we're together, we're stronger.
Hillary Clinton is by far the best choice because she's the one that's going to move our country forward.
I know Hillary to be a fighter, someone who gets things done.
I support Hillary because she has a lifelong relationship with the Latino community, and she's always been in our corner.
I have two daughters, and my daughters are so excited to finally have a woman president, and as a woman they look up to her, but also as Latinas, they're very excited to see that the mold is changing. That has to happen.
I encourage you to vote for Secretary Clinton, and I will say, Viva Democratic Party.
She's badass and ready to lead.
We are here at this historic Democratic convention to nominate Hillary Clinton, the next president, and Tim Kaine, the next vice president of the United States. I want to share a little bit of my story because it's an American story. It's the story of millions of Latinos and Latinas across this country. I'm the daughter of immigrant parents from Mexico. They came to this country and worked hard every day to provide for me and my brothers and sisters. My father, Ignacio, was an industrial mechanic, and my mother, Maria, became an elementary school teacher after raising a family. They owned their own home. They sent all 7 of their children to college. My mother and father saved and sacrificed to achieve the American dream for our family. They weren't given their success, they earned it. Donald Trump believes that Mexican immigrants are murderers and rapists. But what about my parents, Donald? Let me tell you what my parents are. They are the only parents in our nation's 265-year history to send not 1, but 2 daughters to the United States Congress. Like my parents, Hillary Clinton believes the United States is a country where people of all backgrounds can make a home and a better life. But that America isn't possible if we allow Donald Trump and his Republican Party to build a wall that divides us. I stand here tonight as the chair of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and a proud Congresswoman from California, but most importantly, I'm here as a mom. We all want what's best for our kids. We want our children to grow up to be healthy, successful, and kind-hearted. Our job is to nurture them and be good role models for them to follow as they grow. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that being a parent is hard, but Donald Trump is making it a whole lot harder. He has taken the low road time and time again. He's been vulgar and he's been intolerant, or as we say in Spanish, un sinvergüenza. He peddles fear and insecurity to divide the people of this great country. Tell me, what kind of example would we set for our children by allowing a bully to sit in the Oval Office? We know that our children aren't born with hate or racism in their hearts. They learn it from watching the world around them and following the example of the adults in their life. Too many of our children are watching and learning the wrong lessons from Donald Trump. We've seen it in an Indiana basketball game where a group of white students started chanting "Build that wall" to taunt players from a predominantly Hispanic high school. This is the behavior that Donald Trump inspires in our youth. A Trump presidency would be a signal to our children that we condone this kind of behavior. Well, that is a message I refuse to accept. Who we vote for says a lot about our values. There are few moments in history that have an impact on the trajectory of the world. And I believe that this election is one of those moments. Our children are watching us. Their future depends on the outcome of this race. Do we want a responsible leader or a loudmouth bully? Do we want a president who respects women or who calls them names and devalues them? Do we want a president who appreciates the contributions immigrants make to our country, or someone who vilifies them? Hillary Clinton is the only choice for president. She is a president we can be proud of. And Donald, let me just say this. America is great. It is the country that gave my family the opportunity for a better life, just like all immigrants who came before them. It is because of our diversity that we are the envy of the world. Hillary siempre nos ha apoyado y ella nos necesita. Tenemos que respaldarla y votar en las elecciones en noviembre. Like I said in the video, Hillary Clinton is badass and ready to lead. Let's